Hey guys, it's me, Christine from Octavarium Gaming, and today I am going to show you how to correctly set up a day and night server. There's a lot of bad information out there, websites with the wrong code, a lot of YouTubers, good players, good guys, just poor admins telling you to set it up by launching the game itself. No, it's terrible. This is how you're going to do it, command line style, quick and dirty, get it up and running. And then once it's up and running, you can edit your game user settings.ini file to whatever you see fit. It's a lot more it's a lot easier to do it that way than it is to open up the game, save a bunch of stuff, then put it on a USB drive, run it down to your server. Because I'm on a dedicated server box. I'm an experienced ARC admin running my own cluster currently from my dedicated box here in my basement, all command line. So it's pretty simple to do. First thing you're going to start out with is the day and night server install file. You need to make this file. It's just a text file, pretty easy to do. You're at echo off, then hit enter, write start. You get a null set with the quotation marks there. Steam CMD. You have to use your Steam username that you use to log in and your Steam password. You can't install this anonymously like you could Arc. You have to use your username and password. Set up your directory where you want it. You see my C:/DNL server. So if you go into here, you see I have my DNL server right up there. The plus app update, this is the number for day and night, the Steam number for that, validate. And a lot of people will have the plus quit for the termination. I don't. I like to just type in quit when it's done installing. That way, if anything goes wrong, I know what goes wrong because I still have the screen there. It doesn't automatically shut off, and I can troubleshoot. That helped me get around a lot of this stuff. That actually helped me find out that you cannot use anonymous here like you could with Arc. Um, so if you don't know how to install Steam CMD, Google that. That's pretty easy to do. You can run this in your Steam CMD folder like I did, and that'll be fine. And then it will install DNL here with all the files here. The next thing you're going to do is start your .bat file. Your startup.bat file. This is just another text document that you're going to rename to .bat, and you're going to write start DNL server. A lot of people will have like the pathway in quotation marks. Don't waste your time with that. A lot of Windows errors because if you go into day and night here, binaries, Win64, you just dump your bat file into this directory, and when you say DNL server, start space DNL server, it will look for an executable file labeled or named DNL server. So it will start that up with these configuration parameters listed on here. These parameters have to be in a quotation mark, and you have to have the dot or the question mark listen as your last entry in your quotation marks. A lot of people missed that when they were trying to say how to set up a day and night server, and that caused a lot of issues. So these are pretty simple parameters here. This is going to be your IP port on your network. This is not your IP that's visible to the world. And we can go over that later in a different video. This is the game port you're going to want to set it to. I mean, you don't have to set it to 7790. Like I said, I'm running a cluster, so I have 3 ARC servers running right now. So I try to leave a 10 port difference between each game instance that I'm running currently. And this is my query port, the way that people connect. This will be Octavarium Gaming, the name of the server you will see when you look for it unofficial. And your pass here, you notice in caps, change that to whatever you want it to. And this is just the de facto stuff you need for Arc. That's it. Let me know how it goes, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.